Right, we just landed here in Cagayan de Oro. It's really nice and early in the morning. We're going to head down to the Philippine Ostrich and Croc Farm where we're going to see ostrich and crocodile being used as meat. We're then going to head over to Chef Carsten's restaurant called Veta. He's going to show us how to sort of do fine dining food using those products, which I'm really, really excited about. So let's head over there and see what it's all about. The popularity of ostrich meat in the Philippines has grown enormously in the last couple of years due to its low cholesterol and low fat content, and it makes a delicious and healthy alternative to beef. Ostrich meat is referred to as poultry, but has the same color and texture as beef. As a South African, we are pretty used to eating ostrich meat and have been doing so for many years. Most restaurants back home have ostrich on the menu. It's really delicious. Okay, so this is the final stage of the incubation. These chicks have just been born. These eggs are pretty much right on the verge of being born. So if you candle it like that, you can sort of see that shadow there is the chick that's actually almost about to hatch. And you can see the contour of it all the way across there. That's actually the chick. We can actually pull this out. You can see all of these are pretty much newly hatched. See, the feathers are still really, really moist. And then after about a day, they then get fed, and then from there they move out into the fields. The incubation period that we saw earlier were the eggs that are just about to hatch. And then the shelf above them were the ones that literally just hatched, and then the one above them just 24 hours old. After 24 hours they come out here, and these are probably about 48 hours old. This is when they start eating solid foods. And their feeds over there, they've got a hot lamp over here which sort of keeps them warm. You can see how much they've grown in 48 hours, right? They're surprisingly light for the size. I would have thought they would be a lot heavier. From here, they will then go out into sort of the open field, and that's when they start running around.
Somewhere else, but you cannot leave them, 'cause they would see that you're a fake and fat when you breathe.
Okay, so we're just here with Ray. He's the operations manager of this ostrich and crocodile farm. So Ray, tell me, how long has this farm been here?
So this farm has been established since 1996, starting with 6 birds, 3 males and 3 female breeders.
Okay.
And right now it has a stunning population of 600 birds, all in all, starting from the chicks, the growers, and the breeders.
You have 600 birds here, wow. How difficult was it for you to sort of get Filipino people to eat ostrich meat? Because it's obviously not part of their diet, right?
Yeah. Well, at first it was very difficult since ostrich meat is not new to this country, and compared with pork and
Chicken.
it has higher price.
Yeah.
But then eventually, as time goes by, people learn to love eating ostrich since ostrich meat has lower cholesterol and it's beneficial and it has really a good taste.
Yeah, it does. Yeah. So what products do you get out of the ostrich?
First is the meat, then second is the egg. Those that are unhatched egg, we drill it and we clean it and sell it as an eggshell for decoration or for souvenir. Then we also sell feathers. If someone will buy.
Yeah.
And there's also ostrich skin, which we sell to the tannery, or ostrich leather bags, wallets, and even belts.
Even belts.
Yeah.
How old should an ostrich be for you to get the optimum quality of meat out of them?
Usually, we slaughter ostrich at around 10 to 12 months of age.
And that age is obviously when the meat is at its best.
Yes.
Because obviously when it gets older, the meat gets tougher, right?
Yeah.
Okay, Ray, thank you very much. I really appreciate everything you've done for us. I'm going to go have a look at the crocodiles. Okay?
Let's go.
Let's go.
Made you feel alright. I hope you don't believe me when I just say no. I just say no. The moon outside your window.
These crocodiles are another addition to this farm. These are the common African crocodiles. Big Bird Farm has about 15 to 20 of these reptiles and are used for meat as well as the skin. Majority of the meat on a crocodile comes from the tail and the hind legs. The tail holds about 85% of the total meat mass of this animal and is also the toughest part because of its constant use. We're going to a restaurant later on. We're going to have Filipino-style crocodile, right? I don't want to say it too loud because it might be relative. Exactly, big guy.
You just say wild again.
Right, we're just here at Piscina de Oro, and we've pretty much seen the ostrich from start to finish, and how we can see how that egg develops, then when it hatches and how it grows up, and when it sort of gets fed. And I've always sort of seen ostrich meat in a Western sort of food. So we're here, and they sort of make ostrich in a Filipino style, which I've never seen and I've never tasted before. To be honest, I didn't really know there was much ostrich in the Philippines, but there is a lot. Okay, so here we have ostrich barbecue. We also have ostrich a la pobre. We have an ostrich stew, and here we have ostrich tapa. So this all looks really, really nice, and I'm really hungry, so I'm gonna get stuck in. Okay, so we've just come back from the ostrich farm. We've seen the birds, and now this is pretty much the carcass of that huge bird. Boy here is the head butcher. He's gonna show us how to sort of debone this big bird. Basically, he's gonna take one of the legs off, and then I'm going to attempt to take the other leg off. Basically what he's doing now, he's sort of cutting around the hip joint. This is probably the same as doing like a giant chicken, right? And now he's going around the joint all the way down. So imagine a giant chicken thigh, and this is exactly what it is. Again, with butchery, right, your knife skills are so important, and he's doing a fantastic job here, so close to the bone. And I've done a little bit of butchery in my time on whole lambs and whole beef. But to do something on this scale is really, really tough. So now he's gonna break this leg into sort of different cuts. And now he's gonna break all of those parts down into individual muscles. So obviously these cuts are not the same as beef. The only similarity between the cuts of an ostrich and the cuts of beef is the tenderloin. So now he's sort of starting to attack the thigh part. He's taken the leg, all of the meat off there, and you can see how clean the bone is, right? So that's all of the parts that's come out of this one leg, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 pieces just come out of the one leg. All of these cuts then get taken, they all get trimmed up, and then they sort of come out once they've been trimmed. And you can see the ostrich is really quite a lean bit of meat, so it's really, really healthy for you. The best way to cook it is either you cook it very, very quickly or very, very slowly for a long time. So now that I've seen it, I think I'm gonna attempt this big bird. So there's the ball and socket joint there. We just have to sort of work our way around that. Now to find the tenderloin. Tenderloin? See? Paying attention, huh? Okay, so you see here's a natural sort of seam that we will follow. Right, that's all the pieces finally taken apart. So where's boy's bone? This is boy's, right? Look at this. Look at that. There's hardly any meat on there. I mean, look at that, right? You can feed a family of 6 with all the meat on this bone. That just shows you how much skill it takes to debone a leg of ostrich, right? And these guys are, I mean, tireless. Their knife skills are unbelievable. The fan and the tenderloin, these are sort of like the 2 main cuts of the ostrich. Obviously, the tenderloin's exactly the same when it comes to beef, but it sort of has the general shape of a beef tenderloin. It's just not as round, it's not as fat, sort of very flat, but it's still very tender nonetheless. Then the fan here obviously needs to be cleaned up. All of this like sort of sinew and stuff gets taken out, and then you're left with this. So you can see the grains in the meat sort of run all the way down like that. So very important when you cut meat is you never cut it with the grain. You always cut meat against the grain, right? That'll always make your meat really, really soft. So I will leave all of this to the crew behind here to sort of tidy up all of my mess. And then that's about it.
Found, I'm going down.
Maayong hapon, welcome to Veta Hotel.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Our next stop is a very old friend of mine, Chef Carsten, at his very successful restaurant, Veta. He is a really gifted chef, and he's going to cook us some delicious Western dishes using ostrich and crocodile meat. How are you, Chef Carsten?
I'm fine. Chef.
Long time no see.
Yeah, last time in Manila.
Is there anything I can help you with?
Yes, of course. You can put already the ravioli in when you want.
Fantastic.
Plate 2 pieces per order.
For our first dish, Chef Carsten cooked us a beautiful ostrich consomme with wild mushroom and ostrich ravioli. The consomme was really nice and clear and packed with bold flavors. The pasta for the ravioli was so soft, and the filling of wild mushroom and ostrich meat worked so very well together. He then cooked us a beautiful crocodile curry. The leg meat is simmered in a stock with ginger, garlic and curry powder for a couple of hours till fork tender. The sauce is then thickened up by blending coconut cream into it, and the meat is then added back to the thickened sauce to give it a silky sweet finish. The dish is then finished off with mint, coriander and a potato gnocchi. Oh, thank you. Wow.
Crocodile curry. With potato gnocchi with mint, cilantro, and yeah, I would say just try it. Let's eat.
Let's do it. I tasted that sauce earlier and it was really nice. It's so rich.
Good, no?
Wow. That crocodile is so soft.
Yeah. But that's the leg part. That's the secret of the crocodile. Use the main part, the legs.
Where normal animals, the legs are the tough parts, but in crocodile, it's the opposite, right? Yeah.
The tail part is the engine of the crocodile, which is moving for swimming. And the legs, come on. How often does a crocodile use the legs?
Yeah.
3-4 minutes a day? That's it.
Yeah.
Huh?
So she felt she had all eyes on her, laughing at that silly.
So, did you have to do a lot of trial and error in this restaurant with crocodile and ostrich, or is it something that you knew how to do?
No, I really. When I heard about the crocodile option that we can distribute it in the Philippines, I was curious and excited.
Yeah.
And it took us around, I would say, 1 or 2 days to figure it really out. We tried several things out. Because you will see also the steak cuts or something, or the loin, tenderloin, even when it's not so tender. Even when you rest it, it's still kind of, there will be always a bite, a certain bite, a little firmness, but you don't have in the leg.
Yeah. That was fantastic.
Let's go together in the kitchen. Let's prepare the main course.
I'm excited.
Me too.
Let's do it. Chef Carsten's final dish was a medley of meat. He placed slow-cooked red cabbage on the plate with braised romaine salad and sauerkraut. He then added char-grilled crocodile tenderloin and slow-braised crocodile tail with seared ostrich. This exquisite dish was then finished off with baby onions and a velvety rich sauce. To get all this meat on one plate and still make it look elegant just shows how good of a chef Carsten really is. Oh, thank you.
Here we go.
Beautiful. Excellent.
Enjoy.
I'm really looking forward to this sauerkraut.
Yeah, you will like it.
I love sauerkraut.
It's made actually with a little kind of touch from the French cuisine. They make it a little creamy with sauerkraut. So. How do you like the crocodile tenderloin?
I haven't got there yet. I'm still eating the sauerkraut.
Okay.
I see what you mean.
Yeah, it's there.
It's juicy.
Bite. Yep, but it's still a bite there.
It's a little bit.
Actually, tenderness is perfectly. When you see it, you get excited when you see it before you cut it.
Yeah, I mean it's cooked nice.
But there will be always the certain toughness there.
Yeah. Right, let's try this
Yeah.
leg.
The leg is very tender again.
Wow, it's just falling off the bone.
Yeah.
Wow.
Actually, it's really falling off the bone. When you bump it on the board, it just fall off.
Oh. It's good. Thank you for having us.
Of course, no problem.
The food is delicious. Very good. Right, so we're just in Cagayan de Oro. This is the night market here, the night food market. So what they do is, it happens every Friday night and every Saturday night. They sort of close the streets off and all of the vendors sort of come, restaurants come down and just like sort of serve their food. And this is sort of Filipino street food. So we'll just sort of go around, sort of taste the food and then just sort of hang around. It's a really good atmosphere and we just have a good time.
Distant, yet closer than anything I can touch a sea with my naked eye. I chose to dissipate and devote myself to live and drift across the skies.
Next time on Market to Master.
Next time on Market to Master, we head over to Bukit Non. We feature coffee that helps the environment and also show you a couple of baking dishes using bananas and pineapples.